snapped. Enough is enough. He has told friends he will strip Meghan Markle of the—
Listen to this and tell me Harry and Meghan aren't in trouble. In this video, you're going to learn exactly how Prince William quietly took control of the monarchy from a fading King Charles, how Parliament is now moving to do what the Crown refused to do, and how that single move could wipe out Harry and Meghan's royal titles, their brand, and even Archie and Lilibet's future status.
I did think it would happen. If Harry and Meghan are watching, they should be incredibly concerned, because if it's this simple to take away Prince Andrew's titles, one day it could be this easy to take away Harry and Meghan's titles.
Because what's happening right now in London isn't gossip, it's power. Prince William has had enough. He's told people close to him that the way Harry and Meghan have been trading off their titles, attacking the institution, and still expecting royal privileges is over. For years they played the monarchy like a streaming show, dramatic when it made them money, silent when it didn't. They walked away from duty, but kept the style. They rejected the system, but used the HRH. They trashed the family, but sold themselves as royalty. And inside the palace, people are done. The most shocking part?
Wanting to exploit their royal titles, I think it stinks. Let them go off and be, celebrities, that's fine. But don't do it in the name of our—
This time it's not a jealous royal or a bitter courtier coming for them. It's Parliament. Real lawmakers, real legislation, real consequences. The same Parliament that just proved how easy it was to cut Prince Andrew down to size has now turned its attention to the Sussexes. And the warning that's echoing through Westminster is brutal. If we can do it to Andrew, we can do it to them. That's why insiders are saying Harry and Meghan should be genuinely scared, because the question isn't will they lose their titles, it's when. For centuries, titles were sacred, protected by the crown, untouchable by politicians. Not anymore. MPs are furious.
Prince William has in the past fortnight seized control of the British monarchy from a weak and dying King Charles, and that spells very bad news for Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Archie and
that two non-working royals living in California are monetizing royal status while criticizing the monarchy that gave them that status. Their argument is simple: if you weaponize your title against Britain, why should Britain let you keep it? And William agrees. Unlike King Charles, who still hopes his son will one day come home, William is treating this like a mission. Quiet dinners with sympathetic MPs, off-the-record conversations, strategic silence. He wants the monarchy cleaned up before he inherits it. He doesn't want a court full of scandal, runaway royals, and Netflix memoirs dragging down his reign. He wants a modern, disciplined, respected crown. And if that means cutting off his own brother, he'll do it. Because from William's point of view, this isn't revenge. It's restoration. Strip away the distractions, protect the institution, move on. That's why this moment is so dangerous for Harry and Meghan. Because for the first time since they left, the system they tried to outmaneuver is closing in. No more palace hesitation. No more royal sympathy. This is constitutional housekeeping. This is Parliament saying, the monarchy serves Britain, not California. Behind closed doors in Westminster, they're talking about a one-bill solution. One act that gives the government the power to remove titles from royals who don't live in the UK, don't serve the crown, or use their status for commercial gain. Translation: no more royal freeloaders. And yes, Harry and Meghan are at the top of that list. Supporters call it accountability. Critics call it sacrilege. But everyone agrees, the monarchy has been humiliated enough. Too many tell-alls, too many interviews, too many attempts to paint the royal family as cold, racist, cruel, while still demanding to be called Duke and Duchess. That double life has finally caught up with them. And here's the twist nobody saw coming. There are people inside the palace quietly cheering Parliament on. Senior royals who are sick of being dragged every time Harry drops another confession. Courtiers who watched Meghan turn a private family into a global soap opera. Even some who once defended the Sussexes now think this is the only way to draw a line. Because the real issue isn't hurt feelings, it's survival. If two people can turn royal blood into brand merch, what does royal even mean? If anyone can walk away and still make millions calling themselves royal, then the crown becomes a logo, not a legacy. That is the nightmare scenario for William. That is why he's moving now. And this is where it gets personal. People close to him say he has never forgiven Harry for exposing private conversations, revealing messages, and dragging Catherine into the line of fire. He watched his wife get hammered in the press while Meghan played the victim from a Montecito mansion. He watched his father get called weak, cold, and out of touch while Harry cashed in on royal trauma. At some point, the future king was always going to say, enough. And we're here. Now, imagine being Meghan Markle right now. Your entire post-royal career is built on one golden phrase, Duchess of Sussex. That's what makes the magazine covers work. That's what makes the podcasts work. That's what makes the speaking fees high. Not Meghan, former actress. Not Meghan, lifestyle blogger. Duchess. That word is the elevator to every room. Take it away, and suddenly the sparkle fades. Insiders say there have already been nervous conversations in Montecito, lawyers, PR, brand consultants, because if Parliament pulls the trigger, Meghan loses the royal gloss that made the world pay attention. She's spent years selling a very specific identity, the modern royal outsider. Relatable but regal. Independent but still Windsor adjacent. You take away the title, and what's left is just Meghan. For her critics, that's justice. For Meghan, that's a crisis. And Harry, he's panicking. Because for him this isn't just about money, it's about meaning. Without Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, how much influence does he really have in Hollywood? How long do the interview requests last? How many books sell? How many Netflix executives still care? According to palace sources, he's already tried reaching back, calls to old contacts, messages to people still inside, even attempts to get through to his father. Because he's realizing something he was never supposed to realize. Titles can be taken. He thought they were untouchable. He thought the crown would never go that far. But when a monarchy starts listening to Parliament more than to a runaway prince, the game has changed. What's haunting him most isn't the money. It's the symbolism. Losing the title means losing the last official piece of his mother's world. And there's nothing he can write, say, or produce that replaces that. But the ugliest part of this whole showdown might be what happens to the kids. Archie and Lilibet didn't ask for any of this. Yet they could be the ones who pay the longest price. Because some MPs are asking a brutal question. Why should royal titles be passed down to children who don't live in the UK, don't perform royal duties, and whose parents openly profit off the crown? That flips centuries of tradition on its head. Royal by blood has always meant royal by right. But this new push says, royal by service or not at all. And if that bill passes, Archie and Lilibet could lose their status before they're old enough to understand what happened. For Meghan, insiders say, that's the real wound. You can attack her, you can attack Harry, but strip her children and it becomes war. Yet even some inside the palace are uncomfortable. Punishing the kids feels cold. But Parliament's answer is simple. Protect the institution first. Feeling second. Meanwhile, King Charles is stuck in the middle of the worst decision of his reign. He loves his son. He wants peace. He hates public family drama. That's why he dragged his feet on Andrew. That's why he's been slow on Harry. He doesn't want to be the king who crushed his own child. But William doesn't see it like that. William thinks protecting the crown is protecting the family. Charles thinks protecting the family will save the crown. That's the split. That's why William is now the one people say is actually running the monarchy. He's the one with energy. He's the one with a future throne. And he's the one who's willing to be ruthless. Which is why this move, this Parliament-backed, William-approved, reform-style title strip, might already be a done deal. And when it happens, it will be the most poetic ending imaginable. Harry and Meghan left the monarchy to be free. And now the monarchy, with the help of Parliament, might make them truly free by cutting away the very titles they refuse to stop using. No Duke and Duchess branding. No easy royal intro on every podcast. Just two famous people in California with a very loud past and a slowly shrinking spotlight. And for the monarchy,